Welcome to Dan S channel. I trust guys you're having a wonderful Sunday and that all is well. And if it's not going too well, hang in there. Hold tight. Now you know that Lorraine arrived a couple weeks ago, right? And I noticed you guys been enjoying the content that went out on a Sable or trek to Cape Coast. Now, you want to know how Lorraine's boots on the ground went? Well, Lorraine, we're going to give them the 411, okay, right? And you are willing to share with the audience, correct?
Yes.
Okay, Lorraine, boots on the ground. I'm going to start to just give the audience a quick recap and share to a certain point. Then I'm going to have you share your experience, very candid, about Ghana, how you truly feel at this point, because you'll be leaving us very soon under the condition that you'll be returning in the near future. That's correct?
Yes.
Okay. Guys, Lorraine did boots on the ground with Dan S. And as we had shared with you guys with prior, it's an exploratory trip and land was on Lorraine's mind. And so we headed, as you saw, to Cape Coast. Needless to say, Lorraine is quite pleased with obtaining what she came for. But let me just back up a bit, right? We got accommodation for Lorraine. And Lorraine stayed 7 days at the first location. And she said she wanted to experience something else. And so in the last 10 days of our stay, we're at this present location that she is at, right? So Lorraine was one of those persons. I think she wanted to test me, because she heard on the content that I said, if you come to Ghana and you stay there and you want to go somewhere else, it's not a problem. So she basically has experienced two separate locations. So we head to Asebo. As I said, Lorraine was able to obtain her plot of land, right? That was gifted, which is being gifted to the diaspora. So she's happy with that. We also traveled on the Ford Coaster. She's going to share that experience. And in touching down to Asebo, Lorraine also was able to obtain her allocation document, which I already shared months ago, that once you pay your administrative cost, within 7 days, you will receive your allocation document. And then between 3 to 5 months, the indenture will be forthcoming. Lorraine, let the audience see what this allocation document looks like.
Sure.
I'm just covering up some little things. So Lorraine, where we have the heading, I hope my audience sees this, right? We have Asebo Pan-African Village Project, and that's the King's, I can't even pronounce that, Palace Asebo. And then if you can quickly read, there are some conditions on the allocation in bold, right, Lorraine?
Yes.
Quickly read it to the audience so they can, because you guys, you hear a lot of things that happens out at the with the Asebo project, right? So Lorraine is quickly going to read, what is it called there, Lorraine, rules or just conditions?
It says, located on Pan-African Village Asebo, subject to the following conditions.
Excellent.
And it says, the first one here says that the allocate is an African descent in the diaspora. And the next one is that the allocatee pays the appropriate processing documentation fees. The next one, that the allocatee starts developing the plot within 24 months of allocation.
That's 2 years.
And the next one is that the allocatee shall not transfer his, it's supposed to be hers, interest in the land without the consent of Acebo Pan-African Village Management. And the last one says that the Acebo Pan-African Village Management reserve the right to re-enter and take possession of the village. The conditions are not fully met. And then it's signed by the king.
Ah. So guys, the allocation document, it's duly signed by the king of Acebo.
And is the king's name, the last part is Amanfi, and I think that's 7.
The 7th.
So it's the 7th king.
Excellent. So Lorraine, talk to us now. How you feel? Share with us how you felt when you your journey to Cape Coast and finally touching down to see Acebo, 5,000 acres. Talk to us.
I was very excited. I had butterflies in my belly. And you know, it's a different experience when you can go to a location and pick your plot. So that was my situation. I managed to physically go there and pick my plot, which is very, very rewarding.
So you like that?
Yes.
Guys, Lorraine brought her water boots, you know. And I must share this with you. I accompanied Lorraine, as you saw in the first vlogs, for her meet and greet with Baron. Okay? I accompanied her the second time to collect the allocation document. I'm going to tell you something about this lady. Do you know my girl returned to Acebo the 3rd time on her own, solo? Tell them how that was, you know, and you got up 4 o'clock in the morning, yes. Same way. Share with them how you do this. How did you feel heading out on your own, Lorraine? I mean, Dan is teaching 1 or 2 things, but my word!
I felt good. You know, I was aware of my surroundings, so I can, you know how to find my way around. And yeah, I took the same route we took before, and I made it there, and I made it right back to my quarters here.
And so therefore, when the question is often asked about security, how do you feel when you're moving around as a Ghanaian, a foreigner?
I felt very safe. You know, I go where I need to go, and you know, I use the Uber system here. They do have a Uber system here, which is what I use. And then it took me straight to where I could take that chartered bus to Cape Coast.
The Ford Coaster is the one that you took, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And that to me is very impressive. And I commend you. And guys, I'll share a couple of days prior. Well, you tell them. You said you're trying to call me and not answering the phone. You're talking to them. We're telling them things, you know. and how about you? You share that little bit.
Yes, so as you see previously in my Tema fishing video, I bought a bunch of fish. So it was time for me to prepare it and escovitch it. And I needed some stuff. So I was trying to get Diane to come along with me, but I wasn't getting her. I guess Diane was tending to her other matters. So yeah, I called the Uber and I made my way out to the town, and I went and got my supplies. And yeah, Diane actually saw me out there doing errands also, and she was pretty, you know, glad that I was out there getting familiarized with the place and stuff like that. So,
guys, I was more than impressed, to say the least, because I tell you, as the Uber bent the corner and I stopped at my like a roadside vendor, I said, wait, is who that? I said, what? And there was Lorraine with her accoutrements or stuff. I said, girl. And she's like, well, Dan, I was calling you. You did not answer at all. So I went out. I said, ha ha. That's how you do boots on the ground. So Lorraine, in your movements, you do feel safe, yes, in Ghana.
Yes.
That's a big one, yes, right? Now, I want you to share what's your plan for the future, because now you have your plot in Acebo, yes, right? Heading back to the States. Will you honor the conditions outlined on your allocation document. Will
Definitely.
you be returning
Yes, definitely.
before 2 years, Lorraine?
Right now, I don't want to leave. I have to go back to wrap some stuff up and, finish up my job and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Fantastic. Guys, one of the things that we also did on Boots on the Ground for Lorraine, because Lorraine, I think Lorraine tests Dan S sometimes, because Lorraine will ask you things like, give you like literally a couple of hours notice or the longest 24 hours notice. And Lorraine really has an idea of the home she would like to be built. So she mentioned the architect, and I was able to introduce her to an architect. We arranged a meeting with a contractor in Accra who provided an architect. So Lorraine got commissioned an architect and was able to get the work done, right? So that she could have presented to her prospective builders, and we say prospective builders 99.9%, to Kanil and Madam Jackie. Am I right or am I not right?
Yes.
Right? Lorraine is very happy with that couple.
Yes.
And the journey that we have had. Those guys had reached out to my content, and this is where we are here now. And so, in fact, that's the route that Lorraine is taking. And she got her consultation with them. So, are you excited?
Yes.
Right? And, we are doing our very best that when Dan S makes a recommendation and when Dan S boldly comes on our channel, yes, and says, hey, that's good. Let's goddess up. We have to be able to stand by our referrals and recommendations. And I have no doubt that when you return, communication will be fluid and it will be nice and a good look. So do you feel this trip was worth it and you covered what you really wanted to cover, Lorraine?
Yes, I got a lot established on this trip. Even though I was here less than 3 weeks, I got a lot done. And I got to see what Ghana have to offer. So yeah, I really like it here. Remind me just like Jamaica, bigger Jamaica.
And you said to me that on your plot you have a lot of coconut trees and citrus, yeah?
Well, no citrus. I have one mango tree and a coconut tree.
Mango tree?
Yes.
Look at that. Yes. Well, I have always maintained just what I see around, even in Accra too. The land here in Ghana seems to be fertile. Yeah. By the way, what that on the ground is a coconut?
Yes.
You're carrying that back with you to Alaska? Good one.
I'm drinking my last coconut, guys.
And I had asked you, Lorraine, do you have any little memorabilia that you are taking back of your plot to Alaska? And what did you say to me?
Well, that same rain boots, my water boots, they got a lot of dirt and mud on it, and I put it in a bag and it's in my suitcase.
That's my girl.
I'll be taking a part of Africa back to Alaska with me.
Awesome. In closing, Lorraine, what would you say to the global space? Even someone who is maybe a solo traveler, someone that may see themselves in a Lorraine. What would you say about venturing to Destination Ghana? Is it possible to at least make that step?
Yes. You see, I'm a go-getter, and I don't depend on people to live. Especially for single women. Don't be scared, because it's safe here. And I took the punch, and I came here all by myself, and I'm doing just fine.
Lorraine, big up. Bold move. You're bold. You're confident.
Yes.
I wish you the very best. And I will say, not only that the best is yet to come. But rest assured, the steps that you have taken, that's an indicator that life is truly what you make of it and what you do every step of the way.
Yes.
It was my pleasure to host you.
Thank you.
You know, Dianes come hard. I know I come hard on you, but I want you to be able to become self-sufficient when you get back. As a lady who I admire said on my content, Madame Marvel, Africa is not for the faint-of-hearted.
Yes.
And I have to ensure that your heart ain't faint. Until we meet again, Lorraine, take care, walk good, and remember, Ghana is here for us.
I will be back.
Guys, please like, share, subscribe. What we say? Close up my channel, my girl.
Aquaba?
No,
What is it?
you forget the notification bell.
Yeah, hit that notification bell and thumbs up the video, guys.
And thank you, Medase.
And that's it.
You finally said Medase. God bless.